This run we do 3 power-only loads, meaning we supply the truck and we're hauling the customers' trailers. We picked up this section of a crane in eastern Nebraska, headed up through South Dakota. We stopped at the 1880 town. In the parking lot there was a couple people with 6 dogs trapped in their pickup. I opened up their door and they paid us money, and we used that money to pay for things at the 1880 town.
We have a truck and we're taking a piece of a crane out to Seattle, and then we're dropping down to Portland, Oregon, and taking a big boat back home.
And you're making it a vacation en route.
Yeah.
We never have vacation behind the salon and hotel. All right, have you rung the bell on the fire hose?
No. We still haven't gone through the whole thing.
You haven't been that side. Okay, well when you get around here, it goes up to that bell, and it's a pull it down, and you can even just let go of it, because the bell has to swing back and forth.
Na gut, der Bruder jetzt. Es gibt noch eine Schwester?
Ja.
We picked up a hitchhiker in Billings, Montana, brought him all the way out to Bozeman, Montana. Spent the weekend in Spokane with family. Eastern Washington is extremely dry and arid, totally different from western Washington. Able to put on a lot of miles with my wife helping with the driving. Monday morning we unloaded the crane parts in Bellevue, Washington, and dropped off the trailer just north of there. Then we drove down through Seattle and saw some of the sights. There's the Space Needle. Then we drove down around the Puget Sound and up into the Olympic Peninsula. Here you can look over into Canada across the Puget Sound. And there to the south you see the Olympic Mountains. Spent 2 days exploring the north and the west sides of the peninsula. Did a lot of hiking and swimming. Saw some waterfalls. The animal life was good. The plant life was really amazing. The peninsula sees about 12 feet of rain per year. Here in Wisconsin we only get about 3. So the trees were about 4 times higher and bigger. The foliage was about 4 times thicker. A lot of places the canopy was so dense that it blocked out the sunlight. So most of the time when we were hiking, it was in the shade. This is Ruby Beach. The water was super cold, beautiful, gorgeous though. Ethan brought his inflatable raft along and the kids had a real blast riding the waves on that. At 12 feet of annual rainfall per year, this is one of the few temperate climate rainforests in the world. We weren't sure how Gyro would like this, him being only 2 years old, but it turned out he was able to run like this for miles, and he loved it. Next, we picked up this 1930 steamboat just northwest Portland, Oregon. We took Interstate 84 back along the south side of the Columbia River Gorge, and it is gorgeous. We were having tire issues by the time we reached eastern Washington again, so we stopped by our friend Farmer David, and he helped us change out the tires. Also, he helped us pump about 1,000 gallons of water out of the hull of this boat. It was just rainwater that had gotten in there over time. So it was about 8,000 pounds that I really didn't want to pull over the Rocky Mountains, and it was a good thing we got it out of there before we went over the mountains. We lost the trailer brakes at some point, so we really had to take it slow going down some of these mountains. We ended up getting back just in time for the steam show, so that made a happy customer. Meanwhile, just south of where the steam show was, another customer, his truck broke down, so we ended up hauling his load of rock down by Chicago. And we brought his trailer right back home.